Well, we all know that the new year can be a time for reflection and sometimes redirection. And just because your life doesn't go the way you planned doesn't mean you can't fashion a beautiful plan B. Paula Tutman found a Waterford woman whose life has taken some interesting twists and turns, leading her to big success in the fashion world.
My name is Desiree Nicole, creative director and founder of menswear label Todd Patrick.
When you're on your way to greatness, it doesn't hurt that as an infant, you may have been blessed by the greatest kiss on the forehead.
I feel blessed every day.
Originally from Waterford, like most any other kid athlete, she grew up wanting to go pro in basketball. A successful athlete at Eastern Michigan University, she was well on her way.
I had the opportunity to go play in Italy and the contract fell through.
She didn't have a plan B, so she moved to New York with no family, no funds, no prospects, but on a whim, took a sewing class.
They had a free sewing class. I think you had to pay maybe $100 for the kit. But from there, I was on YouTube teaching myself with like an at-home Joanne fabric sewing machine, and I've used that all the way up until this year.
That was 2016, so let's be clear. She taught herself to sew on a $99 low-level sewing machine, going to YouTube University, and within 2 years had a collection. 2 years later, which is 4 years after learning to sew, she opened the store, Todd Patrick, in Atlanta. Last year, 218 in Detroit's Eastern Market was the first shop in Michigan to sell her clothing, and now they can't keep it in stock.
Like a lot of the stuff is handmade. I cut down the fabrics and patterns myself.
The quality, the attention to detail, it's just a different level of attention. And I think people appreciate that.
I'm using the same quality of materials. I'm using the same method as the Gucci's, the Dior's, the Hermes's.
She and fiancé Gab joined business forces and have traveled to 25 countries in 5 years, selling the brand and its soulful, colorful Detroit roots. The story of Detroit is woven through her fabrics, designs, colors, and aesthetic. And her proud father talks about that interesting blessing she got as a baby. He was a boxer in Detroit back in the day. And after winning a big fight at the Palace at Auburn Hills, a long limousine rolled up and outstepped none other than Muhammad Ali.
So he picked her up, kissed her on her head, on her forehead, and said she'd do amazing things in life.
It turns out that the blessing of the greatest may have set the world in motion for a young woman who fashioned a future out of grit, determination, and following her own personal North Star. Paula Tutman, Local 4.
That is a fantastic story. Thanks so much, Paula.